Hello friends, Namaskar. Welcome to War India News Hour. Today I am going to discuss on how artificial intelligence and cybersecurity are playing the key role in the digitization. The growing complexities of network and security threats are beyond what human beings are capable of handling on their own. COVID-19 cannot stop the world from going digital and is continuing at an exceedingly fast pace. Advantage of digitization means everything is transforming at a high speed. The key result of this rapid digitization is artificial intelligence. This technology is impacting every field and cybersecurity is no exception to the growth and demand curve. Artificial intelligence, we call it AI, it is nowadays has extended its reach to embrace all verticals starting from healthcare, producing, retail to banking and finance. It allows organizations to boost their business performance by driving a competitive advantage at a lower operational price. Let's see, the cybersecurity has been a major concern for every organization, be it small or big. Reason being, the vulnerability among information security, which is directly proportional to the variability and volume of information sources. With the adoption of cloud-based platforms, the probabilities of compromising information security and privacy have inflated considerably. Network, data, and endpoint security are the three leading use cases of artificial intelligence in cybersecurity today. When we see yesterday's iconic announcement by the PM Modi 20 lakh crore economic package and focus on technology systems as a key pillar for building a self-reliant India bodes well for the economy in general and indeed for the technology sector in particular. The bold reforms brought by PM Modi will make the country self-reliant so that crises such as the COVID-19 pandemic can be overcome in future. These reforms include supply chain reforms for agriculture, rational tax system, simple and clear laws, capable human resources, and a strong financial system. According to the Prime Minister Modi, these reforms will promote business, attract investments, and further strengthen Make in India. A new term being introduced as vocal for local. It encourages many companies, those who are into manufacturing. In the immediate and medium terms, IT companies will need to focus on supporting their clients, driving operational efficiency and utilization levels, conserving cash, and optimizing enterprise-wide cost in a complement manner. Work from home will help transition legacy ways of working to digital first operating models. Many IT services companies have started making separate teams to look for new revenue streams, as the consumption patterns might going for change after the resume of normalcy. I am sure the sector is set for massive innovations and paradigm shifts that will be marked by risk sharing, hyper-automation, and platform-based solutions. Over the next few quarters, I expect that customer demand will be weak and deals related to digital, cloud, security, and large-scale cost takeout solutions will be prioritized. The ability to construct and close large deals remotely will be critical and will be delivered through a distributed agile model. Sales and delivery teams will be enabled to develop capabilities that matter. Keeping morale high and creating an office culture without an office will present interesting challenges for HR teams. Attendant risks in cyber and data security, along with careful review of associated tax and regulatory considerations, will be important to building customer trust and tapping into new growth avenues. The recent announcement by the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, that is CMIE, that 27 million Indians in the age group of 20 to 30 years lost their jobs in April 2020 following the nationwide lockdown. The layoffs have hit workers in retailing, airlines, hotels, restaurants and education sector. However, the next revolution in the industry would be the gig economy because it avails flexible work that can be lifeline to workers during economic downturns. The fact is, COVID-19 has the potential to change this mindset. Yes, you hear that absolutely right. There are some interesting facts amid the current COVID-19 crisis. Car companies are looking for alternate options to keep their business going. While some have entered ventilator production, there are many that are using their expertise to produce masks and sanitizers. However, ultra luxurious car maker Rolls-Royce is currently investing its energy and resources on the production of honey, and the brand loves call it world's most expensive honey. Rolls-Royce is harvesting honey on its 42-acre Goodwood apiary that is also eventually helping in the conservation of Britain's bee population. Coming back to the security concerns, there are multiple tools available to see if your password is compromised. When we speak on securing enterprises against cybersecurity, a survey shows there is no single security company that is having foolproof support for the epidemic of cybercrime. There are many security features are in the cybersecurity. We found no company complies to all these things. If they comply to all these points, then why don't they say it is 100% secure? Why it is only up to 99% secure? Those points I can mention like advanced malware protection, cloud security, data protection, database security, endpoint protection, email security, multi-factor authentication, next generation intrusion prevention systems, security management, server security, SIEM, threat management, VPN security and web security and management. These are very important tools are required. Maybe more than that, some other points I might have left. It is required to give a foolproof cyber security. Many customers were in the process of moving applications to the cloud and embracing cloud-based services and infrastructure more than ever before. At the same time, one question comes to my mind, that is, does cloud brings the solution to offer all the security portfolios under one umbrella? The many CIOs are now going back to edge computing, which is a distributed network infrastructure that integrates intelligence close to the edge nodes. This allows data to be processed and analyzed in the real time near the source of the data. Edge computing eliminates the need to upload data to the cloud or centralized data servers. Edge computing is an alternative approach to the cloud environment as opposed to the Internet of Things. For example, if a vehicle automatically calculates fuel consumption, sensors based on data received directly from the sensors, the computer performing that action is called an edge computing device or simply edge device. Due to this change in data sourcing and management, we will compare the two technologies and examine the benefits each has to offer. With this backdrop, I would like to invite Mr. GB Sheikh, General Manager, Enterprise Application Architecture Expert from Nissan Digital India LLP to talk about in detail. Welcome GB Sheikh to the War India News Hour. To start with, how information security is gaining importance in digital strategies for the CIOs to include in the business plan?
Hi, as you are all aware of the fact that digital security or cyber security or information security is no longer an alien when you compare with the civil or military security. Both are analogous actually. right? In that sense, if any organization is devising the digital strategies, it should be part and parcel of the whole strategy. There is nothing like, it's gaining importance. It has to be, it is an integral part of it, is the whole plan is actually. So without a entire information security plan in place, whole of the sanctum of the digital strategies, transformation strategies would collapse. The entire world, if you look at it, the biggest of the Fortune 500 organizations which have been overconfident on this have faced the consequences.
Thank you. IT decision makers have included cybersecurity when it comes to digital transformation, which is the second biggest information priority, 35%, just after the cloud, which is 37%. So where does information security stands?
When it comes to the information security, with respect to investments towards the cybersecurity and the cloud, it's a known fact that in the cloud people will go and put so much of the investments. It's a buzzword today, whereas the cybersecurity is also the next biggest investments they will put it. But the case that they need to understand here is that cybersecurity is only a subset of the whole of the information security. So information security has to be a holistic the phenomena in which, if you look at it, by investing into, let's suppose, say CASBs in cloud security, the things like ICT securities, all that we would go ahead and do it because it is easy for us. Whereas information security includes all the three angles, three dimensions of people, process and technology. It's very easy. Cybersecurity is easy because you can put in the technologies and the things. Because whereas the peoples and processes, it takes a lot of maturity, a lot of time. So one should not be under the impression that by investing into technologies like all the cloud security technologies, tools and everything, which is the part and parcel of the cyber security, and it is visible and it is tangible and it is easy to quantify. Whereas the kind of information security investments in terms of peoples and process takes a longer time, and it's all harder to budget also, all these things, and the maturity curve also is very high. So one needs to understand information security has to take the precedence over the cyber security if one wants to be successful in its digital transformation strategies.
Nice inputs. Lastly, information security is at the center of its transformation strategy. What are your suggestions for the organizations to go for digital transformation?
If you look at it on the any organization which is now trying to go towards the digital transformation, it's imperative. One thing is very, very imperative for them is everybody is rushing to cloud as if the cloud is the panacea for all the problems. One needs to understand that cloud cannot be panacea for all the problems. Your data protection, your information security protection has to be balanced with a hybrid strategy wherein you have some of your core angels data getting protected here on your data centers, and something which can move and walk on an ad hoc basis or on a short-term curve should go to cloud, and you have the security out there. And two of the most integral are things that you need to consider when you do the digital transformation in our organization is that encryption and identity platform. There's no compromise. If you look at it, identity compromises, identity governance is the cornerstone of lot of hacks that you can see today. So these two things one needs to be very, very careful. Encryption part of the story so that data can be completely protected from CIA aspects, and then identity is the one. Identity governance need to be given a thorough overhaul in the legacy organization and the organization which are looking at doing the digital transformation.
Thank you, GB Sheikh, for sharing your valuable inputs to the War India News Hour.
Thank you.
My takeaway is cybersecurity now dominates the priorities of every organization. As each adapts to a post-COVID-19 world, companies are already spending up to 10% of their total IT spend on cybersecurity but are still not secure. These costs will only rise over the next few years, driven by increased risk of breaches and new government regulation. The global cybersecurity market is currently worth $173 billion in present 2020 and is expected to grow to 270 billion by 2026. Don't forget to like and share your post and valuable comments and subscribe to War India News Magazine. Have a wonderful day ahead.